That's crazy, man. What are you looking at exactly?
Ay, cabrón.
Hey, man, you get them flicks developed? What's up, Woozy?
Hey, Carl. I was just explaining to your brother-in-law that we were friends.
Oh, yeah? Well, look, Woozy, I need to get some info from you, man.
What exactly do you boys want to know?
Who are these putas, Holmes?
Why don't you go take a look?
These guys?
Yeah.
They're the Loco Syndicate. They're pretty big time, I think. Don't have any dealings with them. We don't touch blow. Now this guy runs things. I don't know his name. This guy is T-Bone Mendez. He's the muscle.
And who's that guy?
That's Jizzy B. He's the biggest pimp in town. He helps set up the deals. You know, concierge of sorts.
Hey, did he my way in? How I get to him?
Oh, Jizzy? Jizzy runs the Pleasure Domes Club in that old fortress under the Gant Bridge.
Hey, good looking out, Woozy.
No problem. Don't be a stranger.
All right.
Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of GTA San Andreas. In the last episode we set up the information we're getting, or we're about to act on in this episode. And as you saw from the cutscene and from the little info box, we have to go down to the Pleasure Domes, which is sort of a good area. I'm not really sure what else to say about it, but if you don't really do the mission lines, or if you haven't played the storyline, you probably won't ever get to this point, or to the point, and you probably won't even know about it since you don't really go there this or that often. Like really, we just have to go here, or go here, or go to the Pleasure Domes for Jizzy's mission, and yes, his name is literally Jizzy. Good one, Rockstar. Good one. Jizzy the Pimp. Yeah, as we drive on, we have probably the best missions in San Fierro, and they're introductory missions, which seems weird. Although you would want to give new characters new light. Yeah. Maybe we might even end up rolling with one of these people later on. Yeah.
See, baby, I got everything. Mink sheets, mink coats, mink curtains. When I walk down the stairs, I'm walking down on a mink carpet. Now, who's this trick? I don't need no more friends, baby. All they try to do is peel me from my hoe.
Nah, it ain't about them. It's all about you, player. I heard you was the man with the hookup, and you was the man I needed to see. I'm offering my services.
Say what?
Yes, sir. See, I'm new in town. Anything you want, I can do. For a guy like me to work with, to work for a guy like Jizzy B, well,
Well, now that you mention it, I do have a slight problem. Something a little dumb muscle like yourself might be able to fix. Cause you see me, I'm intellectual. Bitches, y'all walk on down to the bar and fix a pimp a drink. See, I only got two eyes, and in these streets you got to have more than that. You got to be like a flying shit, you know? 100 eyes everywhere. Now some lunatic been fucking with my bitches. Motherfucker killed 2 last week. I want you to find out.
no problem. I'm a player partner now, Jizzy.
That cutscene was interesting.
See that pretty young thing in my car? Drop her off at the hotel downtown. Use my car phone and give me a ring-a-ding when you're done. And watch the rims, player. Treat that baby like a Poke-mobile.
Surprisingly, you don't fail this mission if you damage the Pimpmobile badly. Although, as always, you will fail if you fail, or if you you destroy this vehicle.
Ever had happen with you like me?
And
I won't.
I'm listening. Honest.
I don't know Spanish,
Uh-huh. Real interesting.
Whatever, puto.
but I'm fairly sure I understand what she's saying in Spanish, just via context. But yeah, I might put like down a quick pop up on what the translation into English is. Maybe if my internet comes back on, because we don't have internet.
What you want, fool?
Later, este.
But yeah.
Hey, Jizzy, it's Carl. I just dropped off your girl.
Church. Got a little errand for you to run before you deal with that problem I was just talking about. Some young buck thinks he's a player, been trying to peel my holes over in Hashberry. Now one of my girls over there just eyeballed the punk. I want you to get your ass over there and ice that pretender.
And if you didn't notice in the cutscene, CJ's index fingertip was green for whatever reason. And yeah, this mission is basically giving you a, I guess, what's the word? A preview on what doing the pimping odd job would be like. Although it's much more tame, and honestly, I'd probably prefer if you did this as the pimping odd job, but you don't. And kind of ironic how we did the pimping before we met Jizzy. We were the pimp before we met the pimp.
Here comes my player. Now you in real trouble.
Sort of surprised I didn't fail that.
Hey, it's CJ. Just to let you know, you don't have to worry about no competition in Hashberry.
Worried? Did I say I was worried? No, I did not. Now to the real deal. Some of my girls in the Foster Valley been getting knuckled over. I want you to get your ass up there, nose around. Find out what's going on.
You will fail the mission if Jizzy's girl dies. And I think that goes with this one as well. But yeah, it's just basically driving around San Fierro doing different errands for Jizzy. And I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that this mission was like the events you do in this, the errands you do in this mission were like split up into different missions. I have no idea why. Probably because I was a little bit rusty and I did not know or don't remember this mission as well. But I think, oh no, the next errand is probably the most difficult, although it can, or it is affected by RNG a lot.
Mr. Jizzy, it's CJ.
You the bad luck charm, flunky. That girl you dropped off downtown wants out of the game. Her sugar daddy wants to take her off the street. Nobody turns my hoe. You get your ass back to the hotel and you make an example out of all of them.
But yeah, we have to go back to the hotel and man. I wouldn't say out of the 3 missions that we're going to do this episode, this isn't really necessarily my favourite because of the errand that we're going to do right now, or the errand we're heading towards right now. But it is probably one of the most entertaining dialogue-wise. And I'm kinda, I guess spoilers, kind of disappointed that we don't get to see Jizzy, or we don't have to, or we don't get to experience Jizzy's quirkiness for long. Because I think by the turn, I guess by the finale, by the Sanfio finale, he will end up departing, I guess.
The Lord sent me to save your threadbare soul, harlot. Get in the car and remove your filthy vestments, so I may better gaze upon thy corruption. Grab her! Get us out of here before the devil's right hand snatches this poor girl from salvation.
Right away, your evangelical holiness.
Although this is probably my least favorite Jizzy errand, although it has the best dialogue. Although they will get tiring. Because of all the errands, this is probably the most easily failed. Only because you have to do a drive-by, and because you're soloing this errand, it's kind of hard. Although, if you wanted to, I guess you could use the technique learned in the driving school to stop them. Although I don't think that works. And I think, like I said, like this errand is the most affected with RNG out of all the chases, and there are some instances where you can get really lucky. Like there's a part coming up that they go over a ramp and they can fail the jump or stack the jump. And if you're up to that point, or you haven't killed them by that point, then you really better hope that that happens. And honestly, the stretch isn't, or the, I guess, Hummer thing, or the Jeep is the easier vehicle out of the two to destroy, although the stretch limo is fucking painful to dispose of. Only because they drive at insane speeds and they go all over the place. Although I guess if you know the route that they're going to take, or that if you know the route that they follow, then yeah, I guess so. Well, I guess it's not that hard, because you can just like sort of tail them a little bit to know what direction they're going in. But as I mentioned, this jump, here it is, and I actually think that by that point it's scripted that they fail, or that they tip over somewhat. And I believe that if I wasn't so close to them, they might have tipped. So I think I might have screwed myself over. Although it is a bit easier. And if you're bad at doing drive-bys and cars, there's a cheat that lets you aim whenever. Yeah. And I'm not actually sure if you fail the mission, or if you fail this errand if they get too far. Like if they go a set distance away. Like maybe, possibly, like I know if you lose track of them, aka not following them, you will fail the mission. But I'm not sure if like they get past this bridge that you fail. And that line's getting very repetitive, and would have been really awesome if they oversteered and went into the ocean. But yeah, just driving away, waiting for the cutscene to take place.
Everything's been taken care of, Mr. Jizzy.
Oh, CJ used to play his right hand, baby. Oh, and by the way, that car's just come up over on the ATV. Dump it, keep it, whatever. Just keep it away from me, my hole, and my club.
Oh, for sure, you got that, man.
And apparently that cutscene makes the Pitmobile heavy as a rock, because if you didn't see that, we got hit by a truck going full speed, and instead of us budging, he stopped. But yeah, after you finish this mission, you're given 2 stars, and really you're tasked with getting back. And I would cut, although we do, or technically this mission hasn't finished yet, since we still have the drive back to the save point. But once I get to the save point, I will cut and meet you back at the Pleasure Domes. Because, as I mentioned, the red marker for the mission chain appears at the Pleasure Domes, never anywhere else. But yeah. And if I didn't pick up the bribe stars, then probably would have cut, or you probably wouldn't have a much better drive. And yeah, I forgot about this, but you get a call from Wheezy.
Hey, if you got some time, I'd like for you to come over so we can talk about something.
Yeah, for sure. Where you at?
I own a little betting shop in Chinatown. Just come around and introduce yourself. My people will be expecting a visit.
It's a plan, man. Later.
Now
Yeah,
just
we'll
listen
get
to me,
the.
okay? Now it's very important that you listen to me. I ain't no retard, amigo. What you think? What you and Mike think? I'm just a pretty face to y'all? Is that y'all game? Now this here is the dumb muscle that I was talking about. Carl T-Bone, and in reverse.
Sup?
Orales.
Don't mind him, we go way back.
Hey, Holmes, don't be such a beachy liability.
Liability? Liability for what? Now there's 3 of us and I'm getting 20%. What type of math is that? That's dudes math, player. You and me. I sell my soul to you guys. And that's what it's gonna come down to, huh? Screwing me out of my 13%?
You knew the deal. You agreed. Besides, we could have said 5%. And what would you...
And what? Cat got your tongue? You as bad at talking as you is at mathematics?
Hey, you want to make this shit personal, Wesley? Hello? Yeah.
Man.
What? Man. Damn. Hey, man, I gotta bounce.
Oh, no, you don't. I invented that trick, baby. Carl, come with me. We gonna have to bust us a couple of melons up in here. What do you mean the shipments have been ambushed? We can't just go out there, T-Bone. It could be a DEA trap.
Jizzy knows maths, guys. All you need to mention, and all you need to know, and we will do the Woozy missions at a later date, and I think even next episode. Don't quote me on that. Although you could, I guess. But yeah, we have to go to the blue mark. I think that's below a bridge. I think. And the way I go about doing this mission isn't the only way to go about this mission. There is a point where there's like this hill, or there's this hill which is overlooking the ambush, I guess. And I think if you have a rifle of some sort, you can take them down. You can snipe them. But I'm not sure if the driving chase activates if you use a sniper rifle to get a better shot. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're just driving to the thing. I'm not sure why there was five bikes for 4 people, but yeah. We have to go chase down the packages. And once you either take the packages yeah, I think once you take, if you take the packages, they will come after you and chase you. So if you get the opportunity to take them without killing them, then I'd actually sort of recommend you kill them instead, since they will go and chase you. But I think they will, or you can get away from them, or after a certain point they will lose you, so I think you might as well just go ahead and do that. Or hope for that. But yeah, as the mission dialogue said, we have a limited amount of time, or we have to collect the packages, which is before they get away, and they didn't give us a timer, so I'm not sure if there's a specific amount of time before you fail the mission. Because as you can sort of see here, and you don't, I think you can be set, like, there isn't a set amount of distance before all that passes before you fail the mission. So yeah, really. The thing, a fun fact is, I think this bike is wanted for exports eventually. I think. I'm not too sure. Yeah, just driving around, and I think no, I don't. That was actually a pretty cool jump, landing on the roof of the diner. Although I think, yeah, that hill is sort of set like a ramp, and I think at one specific point of that hill there is a stunt jump set there, which you wouldn't really think of. But honestly, the locations of the stunt jumps, they're really weird. Like one of them is that one, and I think you can't even access all of them before the end of the game, because one of them is on a bridge, and that bridge is blocked off by an invisible wall until you unlock Los Venturas, which is the next area of the game if I haven't said before. And yeah, really, just chasing down the last person, and he just flew the fuck off, because you can get funny ways of killing people. Well, if you kill the person before you destroy their vehicle, you can get really funny ways of them exiting the vehicle. Like, sometimes the body won't even exit the car unless the vehicle stops, which is weird. And like I mentioned before, if you don't kill them, they will come and chase you down. But they're not that difficult. Or they don't come at you with full force. And I guess mentioning this now, because I think maybe you might have noticed it, but the title cards for episode 22 and episode 23 were different. Well, the title cards for episode 23 were the title cards for, or the old style of title cards, only because I edited episode 23 before I finished episode 22. So that's why. The title cards that were used in episode 22 are the new title cards. And the next mission.
Take a chill pill and just lay back and let the red mist fall, brother.
Hey, Holmes, open your eyes, dog. Can't you see we're getting messed with here, Holmes?
Hey, partner, T-Bone, look, it's Carl. Now he's a real hero out there.
Say,
See, we still good.
what are you, Vato, stupid? Someone's onto us. We need to go back and rethink.
I think they was just trying their luck.
Mike, I've been trying to contact you. What? Oh, man, where are you? Okay, just keep talking. Hey, Holmes, Mike's in trouble. Let's bounce.
What trouble? Who was
a little small thing here.
Quick, Mike doesn't got much time on his battery left.
The game gives us 5 minutes,
He says he can hear seagulls.
but because an hour
Seagulls?
in game
Shit, that could be
is
anywhere in this town.
1 minute in real life,
Seagulls and heavy machinery? What is that, a building site, a landfill or something?
Mike's phone has 5 hours worth of battery left. And according to, fuck, I forgot his name, T-Bone, that's not a lot of battery left. 5 hours worth of battery.
Help is on the way.
If you didn't notice, or if you didn't know, it's quite a lot of battery. Like, that's probably better than some phones. And I guess it's mentioned that, or it's implied that he has like probably 10% battery left or something.
He says he can hear a truck reversing.
And if that's only 10%, then holy shit, is Mike's phone excellent battery wise. And you don't have to go to the exact point of the marker. You just have to be in the area, as mentioned there.
Shit, he said they stopped. Then he heard gunfire. He thinks they just shot their way through a security gate.
They don't have heavy security at the docks, but they do at the airport's freight depot.
To the airport, rápido.
And apparently there's only a specific way that the game intended you to go through this mission.
Their aircraft taking off and landing.
And for some reason the docks are in the same area as the construction site. And that doesn't make any sense. And for some reason you have to go through, or you have to drive like this one way through that point. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is up with this mission.
This is the place. Keep your eyes peeled for that van. Okay, tag should work now, Holmes.
Tag? What the hell is a tag?
After that last bit of trouble, Mike hit the transponder in the white. We was gonna follow it to the gang, but something must have fucked up. And now we gotta use it to find the van and rescue Mike.
Oh, how it work?
Shit, there they are.
And I guess this is also a part of RNG. But the yellow van can spawn anywhere in the airport. And I think, I'm not exactly sure how you go about getting the van to stop. But I think if you run into one of them, you will stop them. Or run into one of the bikes. And I think the sniper rifle might be the new Molotov.
Hey man, come on, hurry up.
About time, T-Bone. Who the fuck is this?
Hey, that's one of Jizzy's clowns. Relax, Weddle.
You hear that? We gotta torch this van with the coke in it.
Hey, Charlie, Weddle, we ain't torching nada.
This is a setback, but doing 20 to life is a little more than that. Comprende, amigo?
Hey, he right, man. Let's do it and get the hell out of
Hey,
here.
who the fuck asked you, payaso? This ain't a committee.
Exactly. I call the shots here. Now shut up and let's go.
Toreno's probably one of the fan favorites in this game, and as I sort of hinted at, we will get to see much more Mike Toreno than we did, or than we will later on, or than we will. Man. And I don't think you need to take the limo or the stretch, but I think Mike automatically runs up to it. But I think if you get into another car before he gets into the stretch, he will just get into the stretch, I think. Or he will just get into your car, or the car you're driving. And apparently we just get the 3-star wanted level for no apparent reason. Well, then maybe they think that we killed the security security gate officer person thingy, which is a great name. But yeah, you can lose your wanted level, I guess. I think of the word without driving into any bribe stars. But if the game doesn't force you to go to the pain spray. If you lose your wanted level before you get to the pain spray, you don't have to go to the pain spray, which is honestly weird, I guess. And I thought Mike Toreno wanted to keep it a secret, or keep his dealings with a secret, because for some reason he still shoots at enemies, although he might get chased.
How long you been working for Jizzy? I haven't seen you before.
Just got into town last week. I've done a couple jobs here and there.
Just got into town, huh? Where were you before that?
Hey, what is this?
Man, just answer the fucking question.
Look, man, chill. I've been to Los Santos with my family, alright?
Give me his wallet.
What? Hey, get off!
Quit struggling and concentrate on the road. Here you go, Mike.
Carl Johnson, huh? All right, I've seen enough here.
Hey, it was a dub in there. Better still be there when I check it.
Shut the fuck up.
Is dub slang for 100? I don't know. But if a dub is slang for $100 note, then why is CJ worried about $100 note when we have like way more than that? I don't know. And you can go down here. This hill isn't too steep, but there's like a bit of a drop when you get down to the bottom.
Carl Johnson, you did good today.
Man, now shake the spot. We got shit to talk about.
But yeah, we did 3 missions. We met up with 3 new people, and I think in the next episode we will go see what's up with Woozy. Peas and pineapples, guys.